These are all data types, basic data types, built-in data types in Python that are non-Boolean, integer, float, string, tuple, list, dictionary, and set, frozen, set. What are mutable? What are immutable in these data types? Mutable, yes, except list, dictionary, and set. Everything is immutable. So list, dictionary, set are mutable, which means we can change them. So we can mutate them. We can change the values of those types. And let's come to this. So what are these? These are list methods. Okay. Now how can we check methods? For suppose these are factory methods, tuple and list. Okay, these are the classes. Classes of tuple, and classes of tuple is a class of tuple data type or data structure. List is the same thing. So you can create a tuple by calling this, by calling that. Okay, class, or you can create empty list like this. Okay, now so how to check methods of any object? We have dir built-in function. You can pass tuple. Let's give, I can give like this, or I can give literals. Okay, these are the literals, right? These, what these define, empty braces, they define the tuple, of course having nothing. Do you understand? Okay, tuple with empty tuple, tuple with no elements. So can you see here, it has other magic methods. Okay, any method that starts or ends with the underscore is called magic method. Other than that, it has only two, count and index. Okay, so which is actually if you know string methods, you know already what is count and what is index. Let me define empty tuple, 9 red, okay, blue 55, something like that. Okay, so t dot, what counter? Okay, if you give element, it returns how many times that element occurred. Let me define 9 again. Okay, do you see 2, which is same way how a count works on a string, right? We have a count method on string as well. Help of, can you see, we can give the string and substring, and we can give the start and end subscription, and it checks how many occurrences there are, how many occurrences of given substring. Same thing is how. And what is index? Index is simple, it returns the index of that element. Okay, if I give 55, value error. Why? Because 55 there is integer, not the string. Do you understand the difference? Okay, as I put the 55 within quotes, it became a string. Okay, so but here the element is integer but not the string. That is the reason we got value error. But here when it comes to t dot index of 55, we got index. So this 5 is a string. As I put it in quote, 5 is an integer. Do you understand the difference? Okay. So now let's check methods of list. What are methods of list? Can you see here, the list is having this list is also having both the count, which we learned already for a tuple, string, okay, and there is an index, because these two methods don't mutate the list defined. Other methods do mutate, make changes to the list. That is the reason they are not available on list, on tuple, because it is immutable, right? So as you can see, it is tuple is like once you define and you can't make changes to it. So because that is immutable. But So when it comes to mutable list, you can actually put elements into it and actually uh, remove elements and sort them. Okay, so do all those changes. Let me define a list here. So x equal to, how can you how to define a list? We define a list using empty bracket, sorry, square brackets. Okay, and let's put colors. Okay, red, blue, green. Okay, can you see how to, if you take this, that we define the list there, and can you see methods? What are methods? I think it should actually make sense. This append, clear, copy. Okay, the what is append? If I want to x, I want to put append anything. Okay, because since it is mutable, you can add, remove, change, clear, you know, or empty that, or totally do all sorts of that operations. But remember, since string is immutable, it has lot of methods, but you can't none of those methods make changes to the original string. Instead they return the copy. But here it is list is immutable, sorry, list is mutable, such that these methods make changes to the original data structure, original list, instead of returning a copy. Let me red, blue, green. Let me append yellow. So what append method, how append method works? It takes one argument. That argument can be anything of any data type. That is appended to the given list. Okay, so that is what happened. Sorry, that is attribute error because there is a typo. APPEND. I have missed. Yeah. Now check X. Do you see this yellow there? Got it? Let me append another thing. Orange. Now check again. I did a mistake. Again, typo. Yeah. There you go. Right? Can you see this? Those are appended at the end of the list. That is the reason they are called append. That method is called append. So what is another method? We have clear. It's a clear is as simple as, you know, if you call it, it doesn't take any arguments. If you clear, bang, and it refer the X, you have empty list. What happened? Since I called a clear, it does nothing, just to clear but clear out everything in the list. So it removes all elements in the list, and so that you have a empty list. Do you understand? So now you know count already, which counts. Let's define again. Where is it? Yeah, define x dot append. I can append red again. Okay, do you understand? Red and x dot, okay, count of blue, 1, x dot count of red, how 2. Okay, so that is how it works. X dot index, which is simple. If I give red 0, why? Because left to right, even though you have index 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, if I give green, there you go, 2. Okay, but unlike a string, we don't have R index here. Okay, and we have this extend method. Let's see the insert. X dot, there's a method called insert. What this method does, it inserts, we have this x dot x, which that is having red, blue, green, red. So the append method does, it appends the given value to the end of the list. What if you want to insert something at the specific position? In such a case, we can use x dot insert, and you can give the where you want to insert. Let's say what it does, tell me. X dot insert, that one means that it inserts at the position 1. Red 0, 1 means blue, right? It inserts the given first argument is where do you want to insert, and second argument is what to insert. Okay, and it is inserted at position index 1, and the remaining elements will be shifted to right. Check this. Now check what is inside x. You see 0 1 at index 1, yellow is inserted and remaining elements are all shifted to right. Okay, so let's check what this help documentation help says about insert x dot insert. Can you see here? It takes a first argument's index and second argument object, and remaining it inserts at the position, insert the value or given object or second argument to the specified at the specified index, and all remaining elements will be shifted to right. Okay, and you have pop, x dot pop. What it does, it removes the last element. Can you see? It removes and returns the last element. Okay, you can assign that variable to value to a variable pop. Okay, now you see what if you see x, it is not having green, and this value, as it returns the removed value, we assign that to the variable, so that if you refer the v, that is having that removed pop value. Okay, so pop is opposite of append. Okay, so and you have this x dot x, and we have x dot sort, which is simple. It does nothing. It sorts that the values inside the list according to the alphabetic order. Okay, and you have here x dot reverse. What it does, it reverses the given list. Okay, and so remove is simple, x dot remove, and you can have to pass what to remove. Suppose red, it removes the first occurrence of that value. Removed, see, you have blue on. Okay, and x dot extend is there. Oh, sorry, x here is a list, and extend method on list actually extends the given list with the another sequence. For suppose I can 2 4 9. Okay, now what happens? Check x. See, so it is like append, but append takes only one element, right? But extend takes a sequence, any other sequence, which in the sense a list, and extends that with the given string. Okay, check this, right? These are all string methods.